Hi, my name is Delmarshae Walker. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is doing great today. I watched a video today, and in that video, the person was saying that Ye was a distraction, that everything that's going on with him is a distraction, and that a lot of people are sleeping because they're so focused on the situation that's going on with him, and they don't really understand what's really going on, and the people are using Kanye as a distraction. I totally disagree with that. And the reason I disagree with that is because we're taught as Christians to watch as well as pray. The situation with Kanye is very necessary, and it's a bigger picture to that. If the only thing you're focused on in that situation is Kanye money, then yeah, I will say that you're sleeping. But how much money he lost is nothing compared to the bigger picture of what's really going on. And if you don't see it, or if you don't know, you just don't know, because I'm not going to say anything on this platform about the bigger picture and what's really going on. But it is very necessary. And it's part of a bigger picture. Think of it this way. Just say the United States was on point, that a lot of things that's going on in this country now wasn't going on. We don't just have military on one front, because what you have to think about is that as Christians, we're not just fighting flesh and blood, we're fighting demons, we're fighting the devils. I know that might sound crazy if you're not a Christian. Then if you're not a Christian, that sounds crazy for you, then this conversation is not for you. But we're not just fighting a physical war, it's a spiritual war that is more powerful than any physical war that can take place. With this, the reason that we're told to watch as well as pray, the devil don't just come at you in one direction. If you think about when he came at Jesus, he didn't just come at Jesus with one thing and that was it. He came with 3 different offers to try to entice Jesus to bow down to him, which didn't work. So like I was saying, if the United States was on point and we have a military that's there to defend us, they don't just like with the Navy protect us if any threat or harm comes from the sea. But also, if there's an air attack, we have the Air Force. If there's a ground battle, we have the Marines and the Army. We have the Armies and the Marines. So you have to think about that when it comes to protecting yourself on a spiritual level. If you're looking at Kanye's situation, you're looking at that as just a distraction, then you're truly missing the point. You're missing the bigger picture. Just say for instance, our border was secure like it's supposed to be. We have border patrols to do that. So even though we got these different factions going on, the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, the Navy SEALs, all these different people, they got, even though they're in different divisions, they got one job and one job only, and that's to protect the United States. But they're out, but you can't just be watching the sea and then you're gonna get attacked in the land. You can't be watching the air and then you get attacked in the sea. So just to be focused on one thing, that's the distraction. And if you're buying into, oh, this is a distraction or that is a distraction, then you're missing then you're not guarding your whole front. Just like if you was in the house and you felt that you was under attack and you heard somebody knocking at the front door. You're not just going to be worried about the front door. You're going to be looking at your windows. You're going to be looking at your back door. Any entrance way they can get in, you're going to want to make sure those entrance ways are secure. That's the same thing with our mind and our spirit. We have to look at everything. That's why if you notice what I post on my Instagram story, it's not just one thing. Some things I do post because it's just funny to me. You know, you might not get my humor, but it's just funny to me and I post those things. But I post what's going on in other countries. I post what's going on in Africa. I post what's going on in the Middle East. I post different things. I post things that have to do with food. I post things that have to do with water. I post different things because if you're naive to think what's happening in another country will not or don't affect you in the United States, then you're not seeing what's really going on. Everything that's happening in this world can and may fall back on us, because one thing you have to think about, that's just like with the war in Ukraine. A lot of people in Africa are starving because of the war that's going on in Ukraine. So if you don't see how we are connected in the world, then you're being naive. Everything plays a part. Everything plays a part in what's going on a trip. I can't. Okay. I'm sorry. But it's like, the reason I don't want to say what I really want to say is because I know it's a lot of people that are just, a lot of things that I learned towards the end of this year it's a lot of people that they put themselves in leadership position and they say they're fighting for you, but in reality they're not. There's a lot of times people will be on the sideline watching so they can run back and tell. And sometimes certain conversations are not for everybody. It's not that I'm being rude or anything like that, but the God honest truth, some conversations aren't for everyone. You got to understand, even though Jesus had 12 disciples, sometimes he would walk off with maybe one and have a conversation with that's totally different from another conversation he had with another disciple. And that's just the way life is. And seeing how social media is, seeing how many people turned against Kanye, and seeing how many celebrities that was on his side at one point and they turned against him, and then they're still trying to convince everybody else, oh, you should just cancel him. It's like, you don't deserve to really know what's going on. That's just how I feel at this point. I'm really just tired. I'm frustrated. And Jesus said his sheep, he knows his sheep, and his sheep know his voice. And that's not everybody. I'm sorry, but that's not everybody. It's like, those who want to know will know. Those who want to understand will understand. But then the rest of y'all can just live y'all life. Enjoy the life like y'all living. That's not on me. It's like things that I try to get out to people and things like that. It just irritates me when I hear people do things. It's like a lot of the small things going on right now that I'm seeing that are done as a distraction, that are done to pacify Black people. And some of the people that's putting the pacifiers in certain people's mouths are other Black people. Certain people that's putting pacifiers in Black people's mouths are other nationalities. But if you choose to take the pacifier, that's on you. Nothing changes until something changes. So don't soothe me. Either change or move. Get out the way. That's it. You know, Jesus said, either if you're with me, you're with me. If you're not with me, you're against me. If you're against me, why are you with me? It was something like that. But anyway, it's just that I'm so upset. I'm frustrated. I'm mad. And Ye is not a distraction. Like I said, what's going on with him is very, very necessary. If you don't get it, you just don't get it. And it's not my responsibility to tell you. Especially on this platform. I'm not. And I'm just gonna leave it there. That's all I wanted to say. Just enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.